Hey everyone, Cathy Zielske here. Welcome back to my channel and the craft/dining room. Question for you. How many of you out there have at one point in your life read this book? Guess How Much I Love You is a classic children's book. I have read it to my own children countless times. I am so excited today to be part of the launch for a new line of stamps by the remarkable illustrator Anita Jeram. Her whimsical illustration style has captured the hearts of literally millions, and today Colorado Craft Company is launching a line of her exclusive designs for stampers everywhere. I am so excited to share my project with you today. I am painting, I am keeping it very simple, and I think you are going to love these stamps. That card project is coming up next, including at the end of the video, I'll give you a peek at all of the stamps in the release. So here's a look at the card project I'll be sharing today, featuring the charming hare with his balloon, and I did some very simple watercoloring. But that image just stole my heart, just like the nut brown hare has stolen hearts everywhere. Let's take a look at my supplies. This stamp set has a very sweet birthday theme and cute little mice and hand-drawn sentiments. I think this is absolutely adorable. And I also think this is great for beginner colorers, especially, and I consider myself, well, a beginning painter. I've got just a few supplies, some Versafine, my watercolor, and some Distres watercolor cardstock from Tim Holtz. So let's get into creating the card project. I'm going to position the hare right in the center of the card, but I also wanted to make sure there was room to stamp the happy birthday. I thought that open space was perfect for the sentiment. And I'm going to stamp that later. I want to do this image first. Now this is a brand new stamp, I've never used it, so I'm just going to kind of rub it with my hands to get any of the coating from manufacturing off, just so I get a great impression. I'm using Versafine Onyx black ink today because I'm going to be painting, and this is a watercolor friendly ink. I will press this down, and I like to just bring in a Swiffer cloth and kind of use the side of my hand to apply pressure. And once I've got that stamped down, it looked so good I didn't need to stamp it again. So clean off my stamp and moving on. Now I'm going to tape this down to a board, and I'm using my Mijello Gold watercolors. I have these little swatch cards, and I'll actually put a link up to a video that I shared where you can download these as well if you ever decide to get these paints. And I'm just going to pick a few colors and keep this very simple. I'm going to activate the Van Dyke Brown because I thought, well, it's nut brown hair, and if I'm keeping it simple, we're not getting too fancy. And here's what I'll do. I'm just going to paint his entire body in the brown. Now I'm not really a master of light and shadow, and I'm especially not really a master with the watercolor yet. So when I tend to commit to painting, I know I'm going to keep it very simple. But this Van Dyke Brown is a really pretty color, and I'm just going to keep going back and forth with a little bit of water on the brush for a more wet look, then darken it up where it needs darkening, and that's it. I decided to keep his nose area open so that I could add a little pink, and the same thing goes for his ears. I'm going to leave a little space open just to add a little bit of pink. The thing about this image, though, is it's perfect for watercolor because perfection is really overrated, and you get this sort of, this look and feel with watercolor, even if you're not skilled. And I really am a novice with painting. So adding that pink on the nose and inside his ear, and then after that was completely dry, I came back in with a little more of the brown. Now for his balloon, I wanted to mix sort of a pinky red color. And so I'm just coming in and adding the color to the balloon. Again, very simple. There are 3 paint colors that I'm using for this entire card project. And I think that is a smart choice, right? Because the image is so sweet and charming. I don't need to overthink this. I just need to have a little bit of color. So I'm coming back in here to create a little shadowing on the balloon, and that's it. I should point out, I do have a nice paintbrush. This is a Versatil Escoda. They are synthetic bristles, and this is a number 2 size. I actually switched from the beginning, I had my number 6 out, but then I realized, yeah, I want the smaller brush. And a nice brush makes a difference. You don't need fancy brushes, but I really do love this brush. I bought a whole travel set, but you can buy them individually as well. So, I'm mixing a gray for the bottom, and this, I was holding my breath because I thought, Cathy, you need to ground your bunny. Don't mess it up. I did take a little black and added a little bit of white and a lot of water, and I just said, you're good. Don't do anything else. Walk away. Once it was completely dry, I took one of my favorite layering dies from Waffle Flower Crafts, and I wanted to cut out a slightly smaller panel. Using my Gemini Junior, now this is a brand new tool for me, and I'll actually put a link or a card up in the corner if you're interested in seeing my unboxing video, because this has been a bit of a game changer for me, and I really love this machine. And it gave me this perfectly cut panel. Now for stamping the sentiment, I'm going back to the MISTI because I do not want to mess this up. I probably could have done this all in the beginning, but I wanted to make sure that I got the image the way I wanted it. And there's no way I'm going to free range stamp this sentiment, not after this looks so good. And one stamping, that Versafine is fantastic. For my card base, I'm going to use some Simon Says Stamp Smoke cardstock. But before I fold it, I thought it'd be fun to stamp a little greeting on the inside because these greetings are so sweet. And for this, I also use my MISTI. You can hang your card outside of the MISTI and it doesn't get bent. You can stamp on the inside, get a great impression, which is exactly what I did. And now I have a super sweet sentiment on the inside. Once that's dry, I'll just fold, press it down, and I'm going to pop up my painted panel onto that gray card base. And isn't that pretty with the framing margin of gray? I love having that gray cardstock show through. The painting is so simple, but again, the imperfection of the watercolor really adds and is appropriate for this style of artwork. So happy with how this turned out. Now let's take a look at more of the stamps because I'm telling you, they are adorable. And I will have links below so that you can check out this release from Colorado Craft Company. But look at the sweetness. I mean, there's so many possibilities for these and they are wonderful. I believe there will be coordinating dies coming, but there's a lot of die manufacturing right now in the US that is really slammed because of the year that we are in, so keep an eye out for those coming as well. But again, these stamps are so fun. Look at this just stripe set for whimsical backgrounds. There are also some cute little hand-drawn, well, there's my stamps, but the hand-drawn frames and little sentiments inside the frames that could be used for so many things as well. So again, be sure to check out this wonderful collection. Like I said, they are absolutely adorable. I think what makes this even more poignant is the author of the book, Sam McBratney, recently passed away, and his story and Anita's illustrations are going to live on through generations. So be sure to check out the release. The stamps are charming, and I know you're going to love them. Thanks so much for watching today. I would love to have you become a subscriber to my YouTube channel. And if you do subscribe, be sure to hit the gray bell below the video so that you don't miss the next time I post. Here are a couple other videos that you might be interested in watching. Thanks so much and have a great day.